Okay, I think we're back on now. I just want to apologize to our viewers who are tuned in to us tonight as we had some technical difficulties, and we do apologize for that, folks. So welcome to the broadcast. It is 94 degrees here in Lexington, Kentucky at Wild Health Field as the Genomes taking on the Lexington Legends in one of many games that they'll be playing this year and have played this year against one another. This one here, no score. Both teams with 2 hits here as we are now in the bottom of the third. That's Chris Shaw at the plate. Shaw, 289 average, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs on the season. A very gaudy 869 OPS. Here's the windup on the 1-2 pitch. This one low in the dirt, 2-2. David LeBron, the pitcher here. Not now, though. Jalen Miller in now for LeBron. I should have recognized Miller there, his jersey 11. Shaw with a 2-2 count here. 1 out, runner at second and first for the Genomes. Still no score. Miller looks in from the stretch, checks his runner at second and fires. This one ripped down the first base line by Shaw, but foul. And the count stays at 2-2. Don't forget tomorrow, the Businessman Special tomorrow. The game here will be at 12:05, first pitch, and then another doubleheader on Thursday as your Legends and Genomes play 2 more games, and the one on Thursday you can bet is going to be nice and hot as well. Tomorrow's going to be hot. This 2-week heat wave that's passing through the central part of the United States is keeping those ACs running everywhere. And strike 3 swinging on Shaw, so Miller gets the strikeout on the first baseman. And now Jimmy Paredes comes up to the plate. He's the designated hitter. So 2 times tonight, Shaw's has gone down on strikes. Paredes comes to the plate, 276 batting average, 6 home runs and 26 RBIs. 2 outs, 2 on. Miller looks in. Checks his runner. And fires. Paredes swings, fouls this one into the net for strike 1. Again, thanks to all our viewers for staying with us through that technical difficulty and the delay. We do appreciate it. Several of you, many of you, I should say, have come out to the game tonight, and you were smart enough to sit in the shade. So please enjoy the shade on a night like this where it is scorching hot. Definitely stay where it's nice and cool and enjoy the game. This one fired in there, missing, and the count's 1-1 now on Paredes. So we're just about at the halfway point right now as the Genomes have climbed their way into the standings at 3rd place in the south of the Atlantic League Division. This one outside for Miller, 2-1. The Lexington Legends still struggling, trying to climb out of the cellar. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Paredes. Genomes won the first game tonight, 6-4 over the Legends. Paredes fouls this one back into the net. Count goes 2-2 now. Legends at 18-32 on the season. Genomes 500 baseball through 50 games at 25-25. Only about 5 games left until the midway point for these teams. Genomes have the opportunity to finish their very first half of a season in pro baseball as a winning team. Paredes hits this one high into the air, and it sails into the stands. And the count will stay at 2-2. Looked like it bounced off that lady's head over there. Oh, was that Whitney? Ouch. I hope that wasn't Whitney. That'll leave a mark. Two balls, two strikes to Paredes, 2 outs. Miller winds, fires. This one outside, and the count will go full now. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the third. No score here in Lexington. Wild Health Field between the Genomes and the Legends. The two teams share the stadium, but whenever it's a home game, the Genomes, since day one, have taken the visiting dugout, and even when teams visit here that are not the Legends, they will keep the third base dugout as their own. They refused to take the first base, traditionally the home dugout, because they knew that during the Legends games, they would have to basically give that dugout up to the Legends. So they said, you know what? We're not going to do that, because that's basically saying that this is their house. We're going to say it's our house, and we're going to take one dugout, and that's going to stay our dugout through the season. And as far as these two teams go, the Genomes can claim this not only as Wild Health Field, but Wild Health Stadium, because they've got the winning record between the two teams, not just head-to-head, but overall. So 2 payoff pitches in a row on a 3-2 count to Paredes have been fouled out of play. Paredes staying alive. Legends have lost 2 in a row. Genomes, with the win earlier today, 6-4, puts them back on the winning track. Gastonia came in here and made easy work of the Legends this weekend, swinging a miss to Paredes, and that'll end the inning. So no score through 3 between the Genomes and the Legends. We'll be back with more Genomes baseball and Legends baseball right here on the Genomes Radio Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Top of the fourth, Legends and Genomes, no score. Courtney Hawkins coming to the plate for the Legends. Courtney, a .324 batter on the season, 18 home runs, 49 RBIs. That's good enough for top 5 in both categories. This one in the dirt, count goes 1-1. Peden on the mound. 4 strikeouts tonight so far. 37 pitches. Here's the 1-1 to Hawkins. Hit deep left center field, going back to the wall. Miller looking, gone. Home run for Courtney Hawkins off of the water tower in left center field. As you watch the replay here, and Courtney putting that ball to sleep. As you can see, the sleep ends by Choice Hotels. And just like that, it's 1-0 Lexington Legends. So Courtney put that ball to bed. And just like that, the Legends lead 1-0. Brandon Phillips comes up to the plate. Brandon, .222, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Only his 4th game this season. First pitch to Phillips, misses outside, 1-0. My wife would be so jealous that I get to see Brandon play tonight. She had the biggest crush on Brandon Phillips for years when he played for the Reds. Strike 1 to Phillips. We would go to the game, and she was the obnoxious one yelling, "Brandon, I love you," with her husband sitting next to her. Nothing made me feel more manly than my wife yelling to another man. 2 balls and 1 strike. The most emasculating thing that has ever happened to me. But I couldn't help it. I was a fan of his too, so I loved to take her to see him. This one fouled off by Phillips. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And you could tell when Brandon is here that more people want to come to the games. They show up. They're excited. You see a lot of Cincinnati Reds hats out in the crowd when he's here. The future Hall of Famer still staying around baseball. As he hits this one deep. Oh, nope, shallow. Coming up as the left fielder. Going back was the shortstop. And that's out number 1. So Phillips will pop out. He grounded out to short his first time up. And there's 1 down. Isaiah Tejeda comes to the plate. The first baseman. He doubled to center his first trip up. And he steps in, nobody on. Hits the first pitch he sees high. Shaw going back and almost getting there to make the catch. I'm surprised a right fielder for the Genomes didn't make it over there before Shaw. That would have been Dueñez. Didn't look like he made much of an effort to get over there. Shaw, in a dead sprint, actually beat Dueñez over there and almost made the catch. Either way, it's just a really long foul ball for strike 1 for Tejeda. 1-0 score here at Wild Health Field. That was on a Courtney Hawkins home run. He hit 410 feet to almost straightaway center, just left of center, where it hit the SRC water tower. Phillips came up after and popped out to left field. Tejeda, a .240 average on the season, 3 home runs and 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Peden, and that one's fouled off as well for strike 2. 1-2 now. Peden looks in, winds, and fires. And this one ripped into left field for a base hit. So he's 2 for 2 on the night with a double and a single now. And he's trying to get things going again after the home run by Hawkins. And here comes Geraldo, the shortstop. One on and one out for Manuel. Manuel steps in, touches the plate. He's ready to go. Peden checks his runner, winds, fires, and this one in there for strike one. Montrell Marshall on deck. Manuel, 240 average, 2 home runs. Swing and a miss here for strike two. 0-2 now to Geraldo. 1 on, 1 out. You get a look there at Tejadas at first base, talking it up with Chris Shaw. Peden fires. And the 0-2 in the dirt for 1-2 now. That pitch 81 miles an hour. Fourth inning, 1 out here, top of the fourth. And Peden getting ready to throw the 50th pitch of the night for himself here. He's thrown 49 pitches, 36 have been strikes. So he's been on target most of the night here. He checks his runner. This one fouled off, and the count stays 1-2. Montrell Marshall on deck. Pete Yorgan in the hole. Here's Geraldo. Swing and a miss here, and a strikeout for Peden, and that's out number 2 of the inning. He goes down swinging just like Montrell Marshall did his last time at the plate. 2 outs, 1 on for Marshall. Marshall hits this one solid but foul. Hey, look at that. That's an easy foul ball to grab. 0-1. 2 outs, 1 on for Marshall. Tejadas at first after the single. Legends lead 1-0 on the strength of Courtney Hawkins' home run to center field. And this pitch in there for strike 2. Marshall watches it. A hot night at Wild Hill Field. But many of you came out to the game tonight to enjoy some baseball, and why not? Free hot dogs. And check swing there. They say, nope, he didn't go around, and the count's 1-2 as it looks like Marvin King down there says he did not swing, so Marshall's alive for one more strike here. Free hot dogs on Tuesday night. We're glad you made it down to enjoy the hot dogs, folks. Here's the pitch. This one just misses outside, and it's 2-2 now to Marshall. Marshall, 255 average. He continues to get better every game, it seems like. Every plate appearance, he gets a little better. He's not going to be perfect, but he's raised his average since the season began. 4 home runs now. 20 RBIs. Swing and a miss here. Strike 3. And that'll end the fourth. But the Legends do what they needed to. 1 run, 2 hits. And we're headed to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Legends 1, the Genomes 0. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler. The Legends took a 1-0 lead on a Courtney Hawkins solo home run over the Genomes here in Game 2. First pitch ripped down the line by Dueñez, but grabbed by the first baseman, and they touch first, and that's out number 1 as Isaiah Tejadas makes the play there. Hey, what's going on, man? You doing all right? What's your name? Aaron? You want to say hi to everybody on TV? All right, say hi to your mom.
Hi, everybody.
Where do you go to school, Aaron?
Dixie Elementary.
All right, Dixie Elementary. Aaron says hi. 1 out, Chase Velow comes to the plate. Aaron walks back down the steps looking for a foul ball, and we're ready for baseball. And pitch to him is going to be outside, ball 1. Chase Velow, 259 average, 8 home runs. This pitch fired, but, well, nope, got it, strike. Jalen Miller has struck out 2 tonight since taking over. He's thrown 30 pitches up to this point. 17 have been strikes, 13 balls. And the count on Chase Velow goes 2-1. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Genomes trail 1-0 after winning Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader 6-4. Swing and a miss here, strike 2. So 2-2 now to the catcher for the Genomes. Chase struck out his first time up, looking. Two balls, 2 strikes. Velow steps back in. Miller looks in, readies himself from the stretch. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss here, strike 3. So twice tonight he's gone down on strikes, this time swinging. And now there's 2 outs, and here comes the center fielder, Anderson Miller. Anderson, a new father. His baby now just 8 weeks old. I believe the baby's name is Kai. Anderson lives in Louisville, although he grew up here in Lexington. First pitch low inside, ball 1. Miller, another one of these players, Anderson Miller, another one of the batters that when he gets up, he seems to get better each time he plays, each time he comes to the plate with every swing. This pitch outside, and the count's 2-0. He's become a more patient batter as the season has gone on. His average was under 200 the first part of the season. Now he's almost up to 300. And here's the 2-0. Outside, 3-0. As you can see, more patience now. First time up, he hit it to the shortstop and was put out. Here's the 3-0 from Miller. And this one inside and a little high, and he'll take a walk on 4 pitches. As we get a little flyover here, as you see the catcher there looking up, Pete Jorgen watching the helicopter fly overhead. That actually looked like the governor's helicopter. So the chopper flies overhead, and I don't think they realize that the game's not over yet because that's my ride. But stepping into the plate, Clay Louis Rondon. He fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. 1 on, 2 out. 1 on, 2 outs for the Genomes here, bottom of the 4th. You see Miller gets a lead over there at first base. This one fouled off by Rondon, and quickly the count now, no balls, 2 strikes. He lined out to the first baseman his first time up. And this one fouled off as well. Two strikes on Rondon, the shortstop. Miller now thrown 40 pitches, 22 have been strikes. Rondon, a 238 average, 4 home runs on the season. There's a look at Miller, leading off at first, 2 outs. Rondon hits this one, a high fly ball left field, and it's going to sail just foul. He gave that ball a long ride foul and missed by about 15 feet wide there on the left field line to be foul. It probably would have hit the wall in the air had it been in fair territory. So Rondon got a hold of the pitch, just not able to keep that one fair. 710 OPS for Rondon through 50 games. This one low. Miller takes off for second, gets there. Throw goes over the shortstop's head, and give him credit for a stolen base there, as Jorgen misses his mark when he throws it down to second base. So runner on second, 2 outs for Clay Louis Rondon, the shortstop for the Genomes. They do have a runner in scoring position now, so if he can put the ball into play somewhere in the outfield, Miller's got the speed to come in and tie this thing up. Here's the 2-2. Rondon readies himself. Miller on the mound for the Legends. Checks his runner. Now kicks and fires. And Rondon fouls this one off, and the count stays at 2-2. Dalton Cornett on deck for the Genomes. Teodoro Martinez in the hole. Beautiful night for baseball. 88 degrees. And believe it or not, that is cooling down from the high of 96 that it was earlier today. Here's the 2-2 from Miller. And Rondon fouls this one off. So Rondon making a lot of fans out there in the stands with all the foul balls. So the average amount of foul balls in a game. How many fouls are hit during an average baseball game? 104. There you go. 104 foul balls per game is the average for an average 9-inning game. So every game, a Major League Baseball team will order 10 dozen balls per game. And you can see why. Because Rondon has already fouled off 4 pitches here. He's had 9 pitches, 4 fouls. And every pitch he fouls off costs the league about $12. And there's $12 more. Now, with the Drake ball, it's different. The new ball that the Atlantic League uses, they actually have developed and produced on their own. They named it after Elliot Drake, a 19th century inventor. And the president of the Atlantic League was very excited that they could develop this ball because it saved a lot of money. And this pitch misses outside. Rondon draws the walk after 47 straight pitches. 10. 10 straight pitches, which seemed like 47. Now, the Atlantic League used to get their baseballs from Rawlings. Anybody want to take a guess how much Rawlings charged for 12 baseballs for the Atlantic League? Who's a partner of Major League Baseball? That's how much they are normally, but the Atlantic League, a partner of Major League Baseball, they were charged $60 per 12. But you got to figure they went through 10 dozen per game. So you're looking at $600 in baseballs every single game. So all that money is attached to ticket prices. And the cost of baseballs in the last 5 years has gone up 40%. Yeah. So the Drake, named after Ellis Drake, was developed by the league. It was put into production, and Rick White, the Atlantic League president, threw out the first pitch with one and loved it. High fly ball here. And that one is caught at the warning track, and that'll end the inning. So the Genomes threaten, but they can't get a run across, and the Legends will go to the fifth with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more Genomes and Legends right after this. Folks, welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky, as we get ready to start the top of the fifth inning. The Legends leading here 1-0. Genomes and Legends playing their second game of the evening. The Genomes won game one 6-4. Now the umpires are actually in the Legends dugout discussing something. They could be getting a payoff to call this game in favor of the Legends, but I don't think that's what they're doing since the teams share the same payroll here. But they are discussing something. They're talking over there by the dugout. Can you move the camera over to the Legends dugout? And we're going to see if we can get a shot of the umpires down there in the dugout here. I'm not sure what's going on, but the inning has not started yet. So not sure what's going on over there, but they're trying to sort things out. It could just be a bathroom break, you know. It's hot out there. But we do want to thank you for being here. There's a good shot of Brandon Phillips. He's got a little white towel on his head there dancing. You tell me that guy doesn't love playing baseball? Look at him. Having fun. Still in a baseball uniform. Still getting paid to play baseball. Are you kidding me? That's what life's all about. Look at him. Playing around there. Having fun. I love it. Well, folks, you know, if the umpires got to take a quick break, I understand. But, you know, rooting for the umpires kind of like rooting for the house when you play blackjack. It just makes no sense. But we're going to cut them some slack here since it's a hot day. There's a good shot at the dugout there. Legends lead here 1-0. Courtney Hawkins, you see him standing up in the background there. And nope, that's Coach Phillips. He was just standing up. He's the sole contributor to that scoreboard tonight as he hit one home run to center field, and that's the only lead of the game here. As game two underway, it's 1-0. All right, so apparently the umpires are checking the rule book about this doubleheader being a 7-inning game following a double. Okay, so what are we checking on? Ah, I get you. Yeah. So if the I got you. I got you. Okay. So they've got to figure out where the changes are here, because in a normal 9-inning game, the DH leaves if the pitcher leaves prior to the fifth inning. That they can no longer have a DH. But in this game, can the DH stay or does the DH have to go? And then they had a substitution at pitcher and another substitution out on the field. So they're checking that. And while they do, Maddie Robinson throwing up the only run of the game, which was that Courtney Hawkins home run, as you saw right there. So great job by Maddie Robinson, our replay video director back there. Clay Connor on the home plate camera. Sam Wallace-Smith on the roving camera. Will Painter is our public address announcer tonight. Thanks to Will for doing a great job. Logan Weiler down there on the video board. Shai Wadka sitting up here drinking vodka as usual, having fun. Hugh Davis is the official scorer tonight. Keith Hardiman is our official stringer. Tom Zilla brought you game one. Thanks to Tom for sitting here in the heat and taking game one for us. What's that? Oh, Cheyenne's grandparents are watching. So, yeah, Cheyenne is not really drinking vodka. We just like to pick on her about her name. So you have nothing to worry about. Praises don't need to go up. Blessings have already come down. She's just fine. All right, so the officials are discussing, or not disgusting, not what I meant to say. I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. The officials are discussing on whether or not Rondon has to go back to short, being as this is a 7-inning game, because the doubleheader, they play 2 7-inning games as opposed to 2 9-inning games, just to keep it shorter, but also to save the athletes a little bit. So we do have the on-field delay. We'll take a quick break with them, folks. You're watching Genomes Baseball live on the Genomes Radio Network and the Legends YouTube channel. So we do want to say thanks also to Judith. What was her last name? Judith is our technical director back there working with Maddie Robinson. What's your last name, Judith? Judith Drake, who ironically, she also just dropped an album called Nevermind. So Judith Drake back there on the replays, and the video boards are Logan Weiler. We appreciate all their help. So right now they're figuring out what they're going to do here. Fox 56 told us that today it was going to be a hot one, and they did not lie, folks. It is a scorcher as the temperature went from 96 down to 88 degrees. So when the temperature drops to 90 and 88 degrees, it was it had to be awful hot before. We're going to go on break with them. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. This is Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Radio Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field. Thank you for waiting with us through that delay. They were checking the rule book as we begin the fifth inning here. The Legends lead 1-0. Strike one to Jorgen, the catcher. Jorgen's first time out, he struck out swinging. 0-2 is the count. A new pitcher in for the Genomes. And this is the season debut for this young man, as this one's fouled out of play. This is Ren Kazahari. Kazahari is a good Japanese name, and I can speak intelligently on that because my grandmother was Japanese, and her name was Machiko Kitagawa. Ren with a 1-2 count here, 0-2. This one chopped to the shortstop, picked up, fired over to first, and there's out number one. New shortstop as well, Clayton Melbauer now at short for the Genomes, the 23-year-old. Now Phillip Irvin coming back to the plate for the Legends. They lead 1-0 here as we are in the top of the fifth, one out. And this is Irvin's first trip to the game as a pinch hitter now, as he steps in for Jalen Miller, who will be leaving the game. Irvin did not play in this game. He played in the previous game, so this is his first trip to the plate tonight in this game. Strike two as he looks at the first strike, and this time looks at another one, so 0-2. Irvin, 235 average, 5 home runs on the season. Normally, you can find him in right or left field. And here's the 0-2. Curveball, he fouls out of play. Kazahari put a nice little spin on that pitch. 86-mile-an-hour curve. Nope, 66. I was about to say, it didn't look 86. (0-2), one out. Nobody on for the Legends. And Phillips rips this to the shortstop off his glove. Base hit. Melbauer not able to handle that shot by Irvin. So that will be a base hit for Irvin. And here's the top of the order for the Legends. Boog Powell steps in. 1 on, 1 out for Powell. First pitch inside, missing, ball 1. Good lead off for Irvin at first. Powell hits this one. High pop fly that's going to sail into foul ground. Kazahari used to play for the Yokomo Danabe Stars of Nippon Professional Baseball in the NPB also played for the Tokyo Swallows. And he'll fire over to first, keep Irvin on the bag here as he count 1-1 to Boog Powell. Powell, 273 average on the season, 5 home runs. Tillman Pugh on deck. Powell hits this one high up into the air. And there's out number 2. Dalton Cornett makes the catch. So 1 on and 2 outs now for the Legends. And now Tillman Pugh comes to the plate. Tillman Pugh was grounded out to the third baseman and the shortstop today. He is due for a hit. 270 average, 7 home runs. And he'll chop this one foul for strike 1. Kazahari making his debut tonight for the Genomes and his debut here in the Atlantic League. The 25-year-old from Japan. This one fouled back. He's retired 2 of the first 3 batters that he's faced. And he's got an 0-2 count here to Tillman Pugh. Now, if he strikes out this guy, and this one's fouled off, we would say Genki des, which means he is good. No balls, 2 strikes to Pugh. 2 outs, runner on first in Irvin. Kazahari from the stretch. Kicks and fires. Pugh fouls it back, and the count stays 0-2. Well, one thing you could say is through 15 pitches, he's thrown 14 strikes. So he's not missing. That is pretty solid, folks. If you throw pitches, you would think that you would get hit a lot, but no. You get more outs because your fielders have an opportunity to field the ball. And this one fouled back as well. So 6 pitches now to Tillman Pugh. Every one of them has been a strike. But yet if I say strike 6, all of a sudden I'm not doing my job right. Here's the 0-6. Pugh fouls this one off as well. And the count goes no balls, 7 strikes. Ren Kazahari, there's a good look at the Genomes pitcher tonight. This is Kazahari's debut tonight in the Atlantic League here in the United States. The Japanese-born player has played pretty much all of his ball in Japan. This one fires and just misses the outside corner. Kazahari thought he had it there. One ball, 2 strikes to Tillman Pugh. Pugh 0 for 2 tonight. Courtney Hawkins on deck. Kazahari rocks and fires, and this looks like a sinker, misses as it hits the dirt. And if I'm him, I want to get out of this inning with nobody aboard, because if I face Hawkins, I would much rather it be a solo shot than have 2 people on board and make it a 4-run game. 1 on, 2 out for Tillman Pugh. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Legends on top here in game 2, 1-0. Genomes won the first game 6-4. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties that began in the early part of this game. We do thank you for staying with us. This one ripped up the middle past Kazahari into center field for a base hit. And kind of your worst nightmare comes true now because Courtney Hawkins comes to the plate with 2 on. 2 on, 2 out. Hawkins staring down Kazahari. Not sure he's getting ready to bat or take his lunch money. Kazahari pitching from the stretch, checks the runner, kicks, fires, and Hawkins sends it to South America. Sayonara. That ball is out of here. Courtney Hawkins looked like he was just waiting on that pitch. And just like I told you, when Hawkins comes to the plate, you don't want 2 on because right away it's a 4-run game. And that is his second home run of the night. And that's home run number 20 on the season. And RBI number 51, 52, and 53. And Brandon gives him a big kiss. Now my wife's going to be jealous of Courtney Hawkins. You can't say anything bad about Ren Kazahari, though. He's thrown 21 pitches, 18 were strikes. And that won't be the only pitcher nor the last pitcher that Courtney Hawkins will take yard. Kazahari pitching to Phillips. This one misses, ball 1. Now this has got to be a thrill for Kazahari because I promise he grew up watching Brandon Phillips play baseball. And to be able to pitch to this guy who is a quote-unquote real major leaguer is going to be a thrill for him. And Phillips does what those major leaguers do. He rips the ball into left field for a base hit. So Phillips on, and Isaiah Tejeda will come back to the plate. Geraldo on deck. One on, 2 outs. Legends lead 4-0. A solo shot by Hawkins in the 4th, and then a 3-run home run by Hawkins here in the top of the 5th has given the Legends a 4-0 lead. They lost the first one tonight to the Genomes 6-4. Here's the kick and fire from Hazakari. They throw down. Phillips steals second base, and he's in there safe. And the 40-year-old shows he's still got the Jets there. If you ever see me running like that, folks, call 911. Something has gone terribly wrong. 1 ball, no strikes now to Tejeda. He is 2 for 2 tonight with a double and a single. Kazahari winds and fires. This one missing low, 2-0. 25 pitches, 19 have gone for strikes from Kazahari. So if he doesn't do anything else tonight that he thinks is worthy of note, he's got the highest strike count of any pitcher I've seen this year through 25 pitches. 80% strikes is pretty daggone good. This one fired right down the middle, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Tatus. Give Brandon Phillips a credit for the stolen base there. Here's the 2-1 from Kazahari. That one misses outside, 3-1. The sun has just now set here in Lexington, folks. It is a beautiful night for baseball, albeit a hot night, but a great night for baseball nonetheless. I don't think there's a bad night for baseball. That one in there for strike 2. So the count goes full, 3-2, 2 outs. Phillips at second for the Legends. This one fouled off. A high pop fly sailing away from the right field foul pole over the Mattress Overstock warehouse roof. There's an old saying, and it says the saddest day of the year is the last day of baseball season. We're only halfway there, so we got a lot of baseball left, folks. Here's the payoff pitch. This one hit up the middle for a base hit. Cut off by Miller. Phillips will come in to score. And an RBI single for Tejas. So right there, the Legends scored their fourth run of the inning. And it's a 5-0 Legends lead. As you watch the replay here, Tejas 3 for 3 tonight. A double and 2 singles. That one an RBI single. As you see, Phillips come across the plate to score after a stolen base. And Manuel Geraldo coming back up. Geraldo 0 for 2 tonight. 238 average, 2 home runs. Kazahari checks his runner. Tejas over there, throws over to Shaw. One on, 2 outs. Top of the 5th, Legends lead 5-0. This one ripped fair down the right field line. Tejas rounds second, but he's going to hold up. And now runners at first and second as Geraldo rips a single. That's his first hit of the night. He's 1 for 3 tonight. And Montrell Marshall comes back to the plate. Pete Yorgan in the on-deck circle. Ren Kazahari retired the first 2 out of 3 batters he faced to start the inning, but has not retired anyone since. And so Kazahari is going to have a seat after 2/3 of an inning. Folks, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Genomes Baseball right after this. Robbie Ross into the game. The Lexington, Kentucky native steps in to take over for Kazahari. His first pitch to Montrell Marshall, ripped a second, but the play is made. 4-6 is the out, and that'll end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. The Legends get 4 runs on 5 hits, and they lead 5-0. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th right after this. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field here in Lexington, Kentucky. As we begin the bottom of the 5th, Genomes trail 5-0. Teodoro Martinez comes to the plate. He singled to left field and walked his next time up. First pitch from Jeff Johnson, J square, misses, and it's 1-0. Thanks for joining us, folks. We appreciate it. Game 2 of the doubleheader tonight. Legends lost 6-4 in Game 1. This one kicked up in the air by Johnson over to Marshall. And although he stopped the extra base hit from happening, we didn't get the out. But that's all right. J square. It's funny because if you watch that replay, he actually tries to kick that ball with his foot to stop it because he couldn't get his glove on it. And that is a guy who is earning his paycheck. As you watch here, look at that. Yeah! Nice little back kick there. I've seen donkeys kick harder. But, man, what a good kick by that guy. It's not his job to kick. It's his job to throw. But I bet he's proud. I know I am. This pitch low and away, ball 1. Luke Becker, the batter, 286 average, 8 home runs. Also a popular TV show in the late 80s, early 90s, which nobody up here besides Keith, myself, and Hugh Davis will remember. Nothing. This one low in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. But there's some things that unite the old people and the young people, and clap your hands. And if If you're having fun, clap your hands is a song that does that. You're happy and you know it. Clap your hands. This one fouled off. Strike one. 2-1 the count to Becker. I wonder how many times in Luke Becker's life somebody said, Luke, I am your father. I bet he has gotten that so many times that he's ready to punch people for saying that. At least it's not Jalen, or at least it's not Johnson there on the mound. He'd kick you. This one outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. I just heard it. Did you hear it down there? I just heard somebody go, Luke. 3-1 to count to Becker. 1 on, nobody out for the Genomes. They've got a lot of work to do here in the bottom of the 5th. They trail 5-0. Jeff Johnson fires this one, and it misses high. That pitch was 90 miles an hour, but it missed the mark. So 2 on, nobody out. Now, normally it'd be Chris Shaw steps up to the plate, the first baseman. Chris Shaw, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs on the season. 287 average, swing and a miss here, strike one. Johnson had him fooled on that pitch. Michael Watkins will be here tomorrow. He'll have first pitch at 12:05 as these teams meet again. Johnson throws off the mound, fakes the pickoff to second base. But it was enough to send Martinez running back to second. Luke Becker on first. And here's the 0-1 to Shaw. This one inside. Count goes 1-1. Tomorrow, the third meeting in 2 days between these two teams. Keith and Hugh are lucky because Michael Watkins will be here, giving you the first pitch at 12:05. Michael should be here well in advance at 12:04. That's better than me getting here at 12:85. This one pitches outside and counts 2-1 now. Two balls, 1 strike to Chris Shaw. Jeff Johnson from the stretch checks his runner, kicks and fires. This one high. Count goes 3-1. Not giving Shaw a lot to hit here, and probably not a bad idea. Shaw did play for the San Francisco Giants for most of 2018 and 2019. Played a couple years in the majors. Did fairly well, I mean, quite honestly. And this pitch, strike 2 called, just hit the outside corner. And the count goes full to Shaw. He also played for the Baltimore Orioles, did his college in the Northeast, went to Boston College. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 2 on. Genomes trail by 5 here in game 2. He pops this one up, deep left field, going back to the warning track. And making the catch for out number 1 is Courtney Hawkins. So 2 on, 1 out. And Demetrius Moore comes in. He's going to be the pinch hitter. Demetrius played his high school baseball in Miami. I am unabashedly a Demetrius Moorer fan. He is one of the nicest young men to talk to. His mom, Rita Franklin, is probably watching the game tonight in Dayton, Ohio. So hello, Mama. It's hard to cheer against a guy like Demetrius after talking to him for 5 minutes. This pitch high, ball one. Demetrius also continues to get better. Every time at the plate, he seems to become a little more patient, a little more deliberate with what he swings at. He was batting in the 100s when the season started. Then he just broke 200. Now he's about 250. So he continues to raise that batting average. The more reps he gets, the more he seems to improve. A home run and 10 RBIs on the season as well. And he's got a chance to add to his totals here. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. This is the only doubleheader tonight in the Atlantic League. All the other games are underway now. Gastonia and Charleston playing, South Maryland and Staten Island, Lancaster and York, High Point, Long Island. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low, 2-1. Demetrius has become very patient. You know, I remember in the beginning of the season, he would already had 2 strikes on himself swinging at this point. He has yet to swing his bat through 3 pitches here. And looks at a strike there, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But that's a sign of a good hitter when a guy can come up to bat and not swing at every pitch that looks close. Does it always work out? No. But it forces the pitcher to throw you good pitches, or else he knows he's going to walk you. That one low, 3-2, and that's a great example right there. As you saw Moorer pull back on that swing as that pitch looked like it was going to be a strike, and then the bottom fell out of it. And the count goes full. So 5 pitches. He has yet to swing. And here's the 3-2. And Moore hits this one up the middle. Get the force out at second, but he's too quick down the line. They won't get him. So a fielder's choice out there is they get the runner at second, and now there's runners at first and third. Here's Samir Dueñas, 2 outs, 2 on, runners on the corners for the Genomes. Through 5 innings so far, they've been shut out, through 4 2/3, I should say. This first pitch to Dueñas is low, ball 1. 257 hitter, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs for Samir. Dueñas out in right field tonight. Here's the 1-0. This one misses. 2-0. These two teams have played quite a bit this year already, and they have a lot of games to go. Dueñas rips this one, but foul, as he was way ahead of that pitch. "21 pitches, 9 have gone for strikes from Jeff Johnson. So Johnson not throwing as many strikes, trying to make him guess here. And throws over to first to keep Moorer there. Martinez at third for the Genomes. Runners on the corners. That was a look at Martinez there. Dueñas hits this one foul. Count goes 2-2 as you get a look at the shortstop, Geraldo, in the center of your screen there, number 18. Jeff Johnson on the mound. Johnson's fastball stays between 88 and 92 as you get a look at him there. Legends wearing their gray away uniforms, blue hats with the mustache on it. Genomes in their white pants, black jerseys with pink numbers. Runner, Dueñas goes to first, but he's going to be out as Montrell Marshall makes the throw, and they get him out. Tejadas makes the catch at first, and that ends the inning, folks. So after 5 innings, the Legends 5, the Genomes nothing. We'll be back right after this with more Genomes baseball right here on the Genomes Radio Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky, everybody, as we begin the top of the 6th inning. Legends 5, Genomes nothing. Here's Pete Yorgan. He fouls this one back for strike 1. New pitcher on the mound for the Genomes. As you get a look there at William Kerwin, 6'5", 210 pounds. Fastball in the mid-90s. If you get hit with that thing, it's going to leave a mark. That 1-1 pitch, low, 2-1, 93 miles an hour that time. I got a ticket going 93, I think. No, that was Will Painter. Never mind. 3 balls, 1 strike to Pete Jorgen. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He's due for a hit here. And this one missing inside. So Jorgen hustles down to first, a la Pete Rose style. So Jorgen on first, 1 on, nobody out. And first pitch low and away to McDade. Jarrell McDade. Gerald, is that Gerald or Jarrell? Swing and a miss here for McDade. And the count's 1-1. Gerald McDade. So Gerald, and to the McDade family, I apologize if I messed his name up. But I promise it was not for lack of preparation. I think he was just added. This one fouled up back here towards the scorer's box. And I believe that just hit Will's car. One ball, 2 strikes to McDade. And this one popped up high into the air, right field, going up and making the catch there is Dwayne Yez, and that's out number 1. So Boog Powell comes up. He's the top of the order for the Legends. That's Andy McPherson behind home plate tonight. So hello to Andy McPherson and welcome to the team, Andy. Glad to have you. You get a look at him on the right-hand side of your screen, the umpire. Behind the plate, there's Chase Velo. And swing there by Boog Powell. It goes to center field, left field, I should say. Moving over and making the catch is Martinez, and that's out number 2. So 1 on, 2 out. Pete Jorgen still at first base. Tillman Pugh struts back to the batter's box for the 4th time tonight. 278 average, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs. Or this is the 3rd time for him, isn't it, for this game? Yeah, the 4th, I thought so. I'm a C student, so I'm not very confident when I say things sometimes, but. Fair enough. A little dig there by Hugh. That's all right. I'll take it. I'll serve as your impact. This one fouled off by Tillman Pugh. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Pete Jorgen at first base with a small lead there. Becker, the first baseman, holding him on. Pugh hits this one. And it's going to sail back, foul, and hit the roof. No balls, 2 strikes to Tillman Pugh. 1 on, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Kerwin looking in. Rocks and fires. This one low and outside. Count goes 1-2. The camera operator Clay Connor asked me, do you think that Ren Kazahari was giving him too many strikes, too many good pitches to hit? And I will tell you this, Clay, there is never too many good pitches to hit. You want your guy throwing strikes. Now, every now and then you want to throw a pitch away just to keep them guessing, but you don't mind if the batters hit the ball because that's what you have fielders for. You just don't want them hitting the ball so far that the fielders can't make a play. Here's the 1-2. This one fouled off as well. Tillman Pugh has made a living out of fouling off pitches here. One ball, two strikes. 2 outs, 1 on. Top of the 6th. Legends with a 5-0 lead here, game 2. They dropped the first one, 6-4 to the Genomes. And this pitch catches Tillman Pugh looking, and that ends the inning. Strike 3 called. We'll be back in the bottom of the 6th with the Genomes coming up. You're watching Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Television Network. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. 86 degrees here. That's down 10 degrees from the high today of 96, as these two teams have been playing since it was 96 degrees at 4:30 this afternoon. Chase Velo steps in, the Genomes catcher, to face Henry Owens. Strike one there. Henry Owens, 6'6", 220-pounder. He was a first-round draft pick by the New York Mets, 8th pick overall in the 2004 Major League Baseball draft. This pitch misses inside, 1-1. He played the major leagues, went 2-0 with a 3.0 ERA. This one fired in there. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. Played some Major League Baseball with the Florida Marlins. Played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here's a 1-2. High, 2-2 the count. That pitch 90 miles an hour, missing upstairs. Here's the 2-2. That one ripped into left field for a base hit and off the glove into the wall over Hawkins' head. And what should have been a single turned into a stand-up double for Chase Velow. You see Brandon Phillips waiting for him to step off the bag. And now Anderson Miller comes back up to the plate. Miller adjusts his batting gloves. Nobody out here. Chase Velow at second, bottom of the 6th. Ball gets away from the catcher. Chase Velow will make his way to third. No throw. Nothing Montrell Marshall can do but watch him stand up on third base. So Velow doubles to left and then on a wild pitch makes his way to third. Nobody out. And the Legends are in, or the Genomes, I should say, are in business here as they trail 5-0. They won the first game 6-4. They trail this one 5-0 and are trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 6th. They're down to their last 6 outs. Here's the 1-0 to Miller. This one outside, 2-0. Owens missing with that 89-mile-an-hour cutter. Here's the 2-0. He kicks and fires. Miller hits a rocket to first, picked up and smothered. They get the out, but Chase Velow will score. So the sacrifice there by Miller, which doesn't really go down as a sacrifice, but he does get the run in. And 1 out, and now the Genomes at least have not been shut out. Coming into this game, the Genomes were the only team in the league that had not been shut out. And now that they got that run, they'll be the only team still that has not been shut out this whole season. Clayton Milbauer now the batter. Looks at strike 1 from Owens. That was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Owens. 9 pitches, 5 strikes for Owens so far. This one bounces into the dirt and over the catcher's head. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside. Count now 3-1. Was it 2-1? 2-1. Owens from the stretch. Nobody on. Swing and a miss here. Count 2-2 now to Milbauer. Milbauer, 154 batting average. No home runs, 2 RBIs. Not a lot of plate appearances to go on, so don't judge just yet, folks. This one low in the dirt. Count goes full 3-2. Okay, there you go. Fair enough. So, Clayton Milbauer just in the month of May was playing at Bellarmine. Now he's on a pro baseball team, so things are different as he fouls this one off. Four years ago, this kid was playing high school baseball. I'm going to stick with 4. That sounded better. Thank you, though. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss here, and strikeout for Owens. So a guy who played in the major league strikes out a guy who's just now playing pro ball. That is not a shocker. 2 outs. Nobody on for the Genomes. They have put on a run here. Dalton Cornett coming to the plate. 300 batting average, no home runs, 1 RBI. Swing and a miss here, strike 1. Owens throwing some heat tonight. As a matter of fact, if he throws the exact temperature that it is outside tonight, everybody wins a slushie. Or $1 off a gallon of gas at Sunoco. Here's a 1-1. Oh, check swing. Did he go? No, sir. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs now. Owens looks in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cornett. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. And this one looks like it was down the middle. Owens surprised it was called a ball. Three and 1 now to Cornett. And this one high, and Cornett will draw the walk with 2 outs. And I'll tell you what, for a lefty, to draw a walk on a lefty is not hard to do. Here comes Teodoro Martinez, the left fielder. .244 batting average on the season, a home run, 4 RBIs. First pitch low, ball 1. Becker on deck. Chris Shaw in the hole for the Genomes. Owens has a strikeout this inning. Martinez hits this one into left field. It'll drop in for a base hit. And now runners on first and second. Center fielder Powell came up to make that play. Now Luke Becker comes back to the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And now a conference on the mound. Looks like the catcher. That's Jorgen. Makes his way out to talk to Owens. Here comes the pitching coach, J.J. Hoover, as well. Trying to tell him what he needs to throw here to get Becker out, possibly in this inning with no more scoring. One big swing by Becker, and it could be a 1-run game, folks. Quite a few of you have stuck around for Game 2 here tonight and braved the heat. We appreciate that. We are grateful for all the Genomes fans, all the Legends fans for coming tonight and sticking around. As this pitch to Becker is in there for strike 1. 8 home runs, 29 RBIs for Becker on the season. Here's the 0-1, outside 1-1. Just now 10 o'clock here in central Kentucky. It is Tuesday, June 21st. Summer solstice. Today is the longest day of the year. This one outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Luke Becker. And this one missing, 3-1 the count. Today is summer solstice 2022, folks. The longest day of sunshine, the shortest night. Becker fouls this one off. The sun is always at the highest and northernmost point of the sky during summer solstice. And that means absolutely nothing when it's 3-2, 2 outs. Becker hits this one, a chopper to short, and fired to first, but he drops it at first base. Tejeda's not able to hold on to the throw from Geraldo. The runner is safe, and a run scores. And the Genomes now trail by 3, and those are the kind of mistakes that can come back and haunt you in the last innings of the game. What could have ended the inning and you would have gone into the last inning with a 4-run lead is now a 3-run lead, and they still have a chance to put more on the board. It's the little things. If you do the little things right, the big things take care of themselves. Now runners at first and second. Owens fires a first pitch and misses. That's 29 pitches, 13 strikes. Now he has thrown more balls than strikes at this point. And runners at first and second. Kerwin on deck. Dueñez in the hole. This one low to Shaw, and the count's 2-0. We could see Kevius Sampson coming to bat. Swing and a miss here by Shaw, 2-1. Castro could be pinch hitting here after Shaw. Shaw hits a rocket to right, and it's going to go foul. Had that ball been fair, folks, this would have been a 1-run game. Oh, yes, thank you. It had been tied. There's 2 on. I got a D in math. I don't know if anybody knows that. No, I said tie. It was the guy who here said it would be a 1-run game next to me. Hey, quiet down. I'm trying to do the broadcast. And this one missing, and the count goes full 3-2. So 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 6, 2 runners on. Like I said before, Shaw at the plate, full count. Henry Owens pitching. Jorgen catching. Hawkins, Palpue in the outfield. Missing, bases loaded. So that pitch will load the bases now for the Genomes, and Castro, the pinch hitter, represents the go-ahead run at the plate. And this might be all for Owens, as the manager comes to the mound. Folks, we'll take a quick break with them. You're watching Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Radio Network. All right, folks, we're ready for live action here as Daniel Gibson will come in and replace Henry Owens. You can shut the book on Henry Owens, but not yet, as he accounts for the 3 runners on base, so he's still responsible for those. Gibson, a 6'3", 215-pound left-hander. Carlos Castro, the batter, takes the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Gibson was a 7th-round pick of the Arizona Diamondbacks back in 2013. Played his college baseball at the University of Florida for the Gators. Castro right now batting .277 on the season, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. He's got bases loaded. He represents the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th. No balls, 1 strike, bases loaded. Gibson on the mound. Fouled off, and now the count 0-2 to Castro. Legends trying to get out of this inning with no more damage, as they've already allowed 2 runs to cross the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. They were losers in the first game, 6-4. They're trying to split this doubleheader tonight as they head into Game 3 tomorrow here at 12:05 first pitch. Michael Watkins will be on the call. This one chopped foul. Count stays 0-2 on Castro. You know, you don't realize how big these players are until you get up to them close. Castro may not look like a big guy, but boy, when you stand next to him, you can tell he's every bit of 6'2", 220. Here's the 0-2 to Castro. Bases loaded, bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. Castro represents the go-ahead run for the Genomes here. Chops this one off foul as well. Count stays 0-2. Teodoro Martinez at third. Luke Becker at second. Chris Shaw at first for the Genomes. Carlos Castro at the plate. Daniel Gibson, the Arizona Diamonds draft pick, on the bump. Timeout called as Castro steps out. Thought Gibson was taking too much time. These guys have been playing baseball for almost 6 hours now. And they'll be back in less than 14 hours to start another one. And so will you all in the press box. This one in the dirt, check swing. Marvin King says he went around, and that will end the inning. We'll be back. We've got 1 inning left to go in the books here, folks. Legends 5, Genomes 2. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Courtney Hawkins comes to plate to face Jack Weinberger. Courtney Hawkins represents every run for the Legends tonight except one. 4 RBIs on the evening. And this one up near his head for ball one. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, Hawkins does not have good feelings when he plays the Genomes anyway. He was beaten twice. Last time we had a doubleheader with the Genomes. He got hit by pitches twice. And now something's going on. Chase Velow is heading towards the dugout. I don't know if he's got a problem with his mitt. And it looks like he tossed his mitt in there, and he's yelling for another one to come out. Now, you see what he's putting in there. That isn't actually an extra padding, because a regular catcher's mitt, and I don't know if any of you all know this, but a regular catcher's mitt, you cannot catch Major League pitching with a regular catcher's mitt. They actually have to put in a rubber silicone plastic in front of your hand when you put that mitt on so it doesn't bruise your hand. Hawkins rips this one to third base, and they charge it, throw it to first, and they just get Courtney as he's racing down the line. Cornett with a throw there to Shaw. So 1 up, 1 down. Now Brandon Phillips steps back up to the plate. The future Hall of Famer batting .273. Just started playing again this weekend, and I know everybody was excited to hear he was coming back to play this weekend. I certainly was. I've always been a huge Brandon Phillips fan and got a lot of his baseball cards. Always been one of my favorites. Watches the first pitch, strike one. 94-mile-an-hour fastball to Phillips there. Phillips taking all the way on that one. No idea why this guy is not still on a Major League Baseball roster, can still play baseball as good as he does. 1 ball, 1 strike to Phillips. Started with the Cleveland Indians, traded to the Reds. The best trade they ever made, as far as I'm concerned. Here's the 1-1. And check swing from Phillips. He did not go around. 2 balls, 1 strike. Weinberger looks in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Brandon. He chops this one over to third. Picked up and fired over to first. And a good dig over there. 5-3 once again. Shaw dug that one out of the ground. And Phillips goes down on the ground ball. And 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And now Isaiah Tejadas comes back to the plate. Tejadas playing good baseball tonight. He's raised that average actually several points tonight. He is 3 for 3 tonight. 255 average now. 3 home runs. He's got a double and 2 singles and an RBI tonight. And first pitch to him, 94-mile-an-hour fastball from Weinberger. So Weinberger comes in and immediately is throwing heat, mid-90s. And Weinberger's a big guy, folks. I mean, you don't realize when he's standing on the mound there how big he actually is. But he's 6'5", 225 pounds. Now, you don't know this about Jack, the pitcher, but he actually makes a hamburger that he pours Merlot all over. That's where he got his name, Weinberger. This one ripped hard, deep left field. Is it going to be fair? Foul ball, but my gosh, did he hit that a ton. Tejeda hit that ball at least 420 feet to left field, and I bet it wasn't 5 feet foul. And he's standing there saying, please throw me that pitch again, Jack Weinberger. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. That fastball, 94 again from Weinberger. And, of course, I make a terrible joke, Weinberger, where he got his name. But that actually sounded good to me. A burger, maybe soak the meat in Merlot, cook it, a little gourmet salt on it. That actually sounded good. Am I talking mad now, Keith? Yeah, I think I'm on to something. The camera guy thinks I'm on to something. Oh, I do get White Castles and like it. I'm just saying that Merlot-soaked burger sounds good to me. I don't know why. It just does. And I'm going to call it the Jack Weinberger. Here's the 2-2. And this one hit foul. Count stays 2-2 on Tejadas. What's that? I like it. Martinez, Miller, and Dueñez out in the outfield. Cornette at third. Melbauer at short. Becker at second. Shaw at first. Velo catching. Weinberger on the bump for the Genomes. Here's the 2-2 to Isaiah Tejeda. Inside, count goes full. That one, 95 miles an hour, almost hit Tejeda in the gut. You see, he took a big breath right there, like, whew, I just missed. That one just missed me. Full count, top of the seventh, 2 outs. Legends lead game 2, 5-2 on the Genomes. Lost the first one, 6-4 to the Genomes. And this one sails wide. So Tejeda's going to get a walk out of this. That's 14 pitches, 7 strikes from Weinberger as he comes in to do relief duty. And Tejedas makes his way down to first. And Manuel Geraldo comes back to the plate. Geraldo at the plate. That'll put Montrell Marshall in the on-deck circle. Geraldo, 245 average on the year, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Here comes the first pitch from Weinberger to Geraldo. Inside, ball 1. Geraldo 1 for 3 tonight. 2 outs, 1 on here, top of the 7th for the Legends. Weinberger from the stretch, fires outside, way outside. 1-1. Marshall on deck, Pete Yorgan in the hole for the Legends. First pitch tomorrow, 12:05. Michael Watkins will be on the call. This one, low. Count goes 3-0. So 4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls from Jack Weinberger. Right now in the Atlantic League, the home run leader is Carlos Franco, from York, 19 home runs. But not after tonight. It's Courtney Hawkins. He hit 2 tonight, and now he has 20 home runs. And the second walk from Weinberger in as many at-bats for the Legends. And now Montrell Marshall comes up to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on. Yorgan goes to visit Weinberger, and so does the coach. Now it looks like Eli Villanueva, the pitching coach. Hawkins' RBIs put him in second place in the RBI leaderboard here for tonight as well. So Montreal Marshall steps in. .251 average, 4 home runs. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch to him, 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Weinberger. Strike one. Tate at second, Geraldo at first. Marshall at the plate. Weinberger pitching out of the stretch. Here comes the 0-1. That one low, 1-1. So that mound visit probably to tell Weinberger, don't worry about the runners, let's just get the out. If he doesn't, you might see a new pitcher. This one outside, 2-1. There's now movement in that Genomes bullpen back there. There's a look at Tejeda. Marshall hits this off the end of his bat over to first. Picked up by Shaw. He steps on the bag, and that ends the inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th and see if the Genomes can pull this out, or are the Legends going to get the split. We'll be back with more Genomes baseball right after this. Welcome back to Wild Health Field here as we begin the bottom of the 7th Austin Adams on the bump for the Legends. Samir Dueñas at the plate, fouls off the first pitch for strike one. 253 average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs for Dueñas. Here's the 0-1. Legends trying to get the split here. Adams fires that in there for strike two, swinging. 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Adams. Dueñas steps in, 0-2. Bottom of the 7th. Legends lead 5-2. This one high and outside, 1-2 the count. This pitch fired in there, ball two, 2-2. Adams at one time was a San Diego Padre. Also played for the Seattle Mariners, the Washington Nationals. "31 years old from Tampa, Florida. Chopped to the shortstop, picked up, fired over to first, and there's out number one for the bottom of the 7th. Austin Adams began the 2022 season with the San Diego Padres. So Legends fans get to see him pitch a little bit as he's officially on their injured list, but is trying to make his way back to the Padres as he makes his progress here in Lexington. No balls, 1 strike here to Chase Velo, the catcher for the Genomes. Velo, 264 batting average. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Here's the 0-1. He fouls it off, 0-2. A lot of these guys that have not played any Major League Baseball, when they come up against somebody like Austin Adams, they want to prove themselves, not just Austin Adams, not just to the coaches and the guys around him, but they want to prove it to those teams. Hey, this is a guy that you have on your rotation, and I'm hitting him at this level. It goes to say I could probably hit him at the next level too if you give me the opportunity. As Adams misses low with a fastball, 1-2. Adams shakes off a few signs there. Pitching out of the stretch. Kicks and fires the 1-2. And struck him out looking. Good stuff there from him. And there's out number 2. So now the Legends 1 out away from splitting this doubleheader. Anderson Miller stepping in. And here's one of those guys that wants to prove not just Austin Adams, but to these major league teams maybe tuned into the ball game that he's got what it takes to play the next level. This one low inside, ball 1. Anderson Miller is a guy that I believe can play at the next level for one of those major league ball clubs. He has improved just about every week he's been on the club here. His average has gone from mid-ones to almost 300 now as he rips this base hit. It makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. Tillman Pugh fields that one, throws it into Brandon Phillips. Miller rounds first. And now the Genomes, with 2 outs, have a runner aboard. Now they're going to let Robbie Ross bat here. Nope, Clayton Melbauer comes to the plate. A shortstop batting 148, no home runs, 2 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Adams from the stretch, fires, strike 1. 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Adams, the right-hander. Clayton Melbauer, just a couple months ago, was playing college baseball at Bellarmine University in Louisville. Now he's facing a major league pitcher in Austin Adams from the National League West, who probably will be back with his team soon enough. 1-1 to Melbauer. And this one inside, 91 miles an hour. 2 balls, 1 strike. You know, it's got to feel weird for a guy like Clayton Melbauer, who's probably facing a guy who he's got a baseball card of at home somewhere. Here's the 2-1 from Adams. Melbauer hits this one, a rocket, and diving catch from Courtney Hawkins will end the game. And, folks, the Legends will take the split here as they win this one 5-2. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Legends. Genomes, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Legends lost the first game 6-4. First game, Legends lost 6-4. That one was Genomes 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Legends 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. This game here, the Legends win 5-2, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Genomes 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Want to thank everybody for their work tonight. Will Painter was our DJ. He was also the public address announcer. Thank you to Cheyenne Wadka. Logan Weiler on the video board. Hugh Davis, our official scorer. Keith Hardiman was our stringer. Maddie Robinson was on replay. She was assisted in replay with Judith Drake. Also Clay Connor on the home plate camera. Sam Wallace-Smith. And Michael Kelly. We want to say thank you to all of you for watching tonight and tuning in to Legends and Genomes Baseball. We'll be back tomorrow at 12:05 with the first pitch. That's all from Wild Health Field tonight. Final score, Legends 5, Genomes 2. We'll see you tomorrow, first pitch 12:05 with Michael Watkins. Good night, everybody, and go Genomes.